What's up guys, Anastas here with Subtle Cinematics and RoyalZProduction, and today we're going to be going over 7 pieces of video production equipment to up your video game that are all under $150. Now a quick disclaimer, since majority of the following on this channel is from the United States, we're talking like over 95%, really around that, this pricing of $150 is going to be in USD. So just keep that in mind when we're going through this video. Alright guys, so the first piece of filmmaking gear we're going to go over for under $150 is the Prism Lens FX Pro Kit. So this kit comes in at $139.99, and what it's going to come with is the Prism orb. So it's got some nice weight to it, but you're going to get an orb just like this here. So pretty sweet. You're also going to get a triangle prism, which is going to come in a little baggie here. So it's going to come with your typical triangle prism, and then it's also going to come with a handle grip, which is awesome because you can actually screw the handle into the bottom of both of these prisms and you can put it in front of your camera, which I'll show you guys right now. So here we have the Canon 1DX Mark II. As you can see, you can literally just place the prism in front of the camera, whether you're taking video or photos. I would probably recommend doing the handle if you're just taking photos. With video, it's kind of hard to maneuver around the prism if you're going handheld, but this is pretty sweet that it actually comes with a handle. Now you can also attach the orb to the bottom of here as well, nice and secure. And again, you can place it in front of your camera like so. I love that it actually comes with a handle. That's a nice little add-on feature that other Prism kits do not include. Now, what it also includes with the Pro Kit is the articulating arm made by Prism Lens FX. This comes in the kit in the Pro Kit. So what the articulating arm is you can actually adjust it here and you can screw it onto the bottom of your camera. So let's say you are using a Canon 1DX Mark II, a massive camera body that's already very heavy as is, body alone. You can put this articulating arm underneath. Now it takes a minute to kind of set up here. Triangle prism screws onto the side there. Just want to be careful you do not nick your camera lens. How cool is that, guys? You can literally have this articulating arm right on the camera body, screwed right to the bottom of your camera body, and then the arm extends and you can put whatever prism that you have from Prism Lens FX onto this camera, and you can just go and snap your photos and you don't have to hold the prism itself. The articulating arm holds it on its own, and for just under $150 this is a great comp. So if you guys are looking at purchasing this Prism Lens FX Pro Kit or anything else on Prism Lens FX's website, you guys can actually use RoyalZ10 for a 10% off on your entire cart order. So that would bring this Pro Kit down to around $107. So it's a little bit of a saving there. It might save you the shipping costs, but RoyalZ10 at checkout will get you 10% off of your Prism Lens FX cart. Alright guys, so the next piece of filmmaking gear that we have for under $150 is the Boling P1 RGB pocket light. This has come in clutch for so many different types of videos, whether it's been music videos, maybe just a backlight for a corporate interview video. These things are extremely bright. The quality is really good. I'm pretty sure the CRI is pretty high on these things. They don't flicker or anything. They charge via USB-C, which is really nice. So let's say you need to power this for an extended period of time, even though I believe they get around like solid 2 hours of battery life. But if you do need to power this for an extended period of time, just plug in a USB-C into here and you can plug it into a external power bank, which is really nice. So I have the Boling turned on here, and what you get is a nice little LCD screen right on the back here, which is really nice. It shows you your HSI, so your hue, saturation, and then you can also dim the brightness, which is really nice, and it shows a little dimmable bar on the back of the LCD screen, and then it also shows you how much battery is left on the RGB light. Now this light also offers full RGB spectrum, so I'll go through it right like this. So this is really nice. So for music videos, if you're looking for an affordable cheap light to have on your sets, these are like a go-to. I always recommend these to everybody that asks for cheap lighting options. The Boling P1 RGB light is extremely clutch. Has a little articulating arm here as well, so you can adjust this in a bunch of different ways. It has mounting holes here as well, so you can actually toss them onto light stands, so they don't have to just be, you know, sitting around on set and leaning up against things. You can actually mount it to, you know, a cheap $30, $20-$30 newer plastic light stand. And it also has a plate on the bottom of the articulating arm, so you can actually mount this on top of your camera like so, and you can actually have it attached to your camera or a camera cage. By far, like, a just go-to light that honestly comes in my camera bag on almost every music video set or any creative set, or even when I'm traveling. I just slip it in my camera bag. Very compact, very durable, and it just comes with me everywhere. It's just super clutch. So the third thing that's under $150, actually well under $150. Now, this isn't a piece of filmmaking gear, so to speak, but it will definitely enhance your filmmaking editing in the editing suite if you are an up-and-coming filmmaker or an experienced filmmaker looking to branch into a different niche, such as automotive videos or music videos and fitness videos. So on our online shop, we offer raw video files from professional video shoots ranging from cinematic car videos, which you'll have the option to choose raw video files from a wide-body FC RX-7, Nissan 350Z Nismo Edition, and turboed wide-body Scion FRS. Now, for the raw fitness packages that we offer, you will have two options: the Crowder 6-pack or the Divergent Training Pack, which for the Divergent Training raw video file pack, we also did a very in-depth behind the scenes of how we film epic gym videos. I'll leave it in a hover card up here if you guys want to check out that video after. It's super awesome. You'll definitely pick up something when we're on set with Adam of Divergent Training. And last but not least, our top seller for raw video files is our raw music video files. You will be able to choose from raw music video files from our sets with Bonfils for his singles Really Fast and Self-Made, as well as Miles High, Motel in the Hills. So if you guys are looking to up your music video, automotive video, or fitness video game in the editing suite, check out the link in the description. The prices vary from $15 to around $25, and we also bundle up the automotive videos in there as well, so you can get all three for a discounted price. So again, I'll leave that in a hover card somewhere up here, as well as in the description of this video and in the comment section of this video. Alright guys, so the next piece of filmmaking gear that we're going to talk about that ranges from around $20 to $100 is the Optex variable ND filters. In my opinion, basically for every shoot that I leave for, I am not leaving without a variable ND filter unless I know 150% I'm not going to be filming in broad daylight. I'm always packing an ND filter with me, a variable ND, so I don't have to always be switching from different types of densities of NDs. I have a variable ND filter. I know that it fits my main primary lens or specific lens that I'm taking out on a shoot. So I use the Optex ones. I also have a Tiffin one, which is gonna run you over sometimes $150 for sure, but we're gonna talk about the Optex ones because I don't believe they go over the $100 mark. Maybe the 82mm one does, and for that you would use it on a lens like the Canon 70-200, so a really wide lens, or a really wide angle lens like the Tokina 11-20mm f2.8. So I'm gonna just range it from the $20 to $100, assuming that you don't need a 82mm. But even at the 82mm, it might just be shy of $150. So variable ND filters are something that should be purchased with a lens, with the purchase of a lens. I really would not recommend shooting in daylight without a variable ND filter, because then your aperture is going to get cranked way up, as well as your shutter speed, and we don't want that. We want cinematic shots. So that's why I carry variable ND filters with me. They're cost effective for the amount of work that they can do with such a little filter. You can add more darkness or more shade and then less. Optex makes very high quality variable ND filters. I've been using these ND filters, guys, like I think I've had my 72mm one for probably 3 years, and it still works exactly like it did brand new right out of the box. All right guys, so for the next one we have the Lowepro Fast Pack backpack. So this is specifically made for a for cameras and for more so for traveling. It's a very comfortable backpack. This thing comes in at like $89.99 I believe, and it's worth every penny. So very cost effective. There's a lot of features that this thing offers and a lot of space in here. So opening up the bag here, we have a ton of space for lenses. Like I'll put my HD 501 monitor in this one. I'll put my camera lenses in here, here, and here. My main camera body will go right in the middle, and then I can put some miscellaneous stuff in here, whether it's a microphone or any type of Allen keys or anything will go in this area that I know it won't matter if they slide out of the bag when I open it. Sometimes I'll even put 2 camera bodies in here. I'll put my Lumix S1 in here and my GH5 in this pouch. We have a front pouch right here that you can put anything in there. I put my masks in there, not gonna lie. And then I have these clips right here, so this isn't flopping around everywhere. Then moving on to the top of the bag here, we have another small pouch right here. And then on the very top of the bag, we have zips on the top there. We have a really big space here, so this I can fit, you know, headphones if we're going to be filming audio. We can film, or we can toss gaffer tape in there. We can toss an HDMI cable, the Boling P1 RGB light, variable ND filters, a Prism Lens FX filter. This can all be stuffed in here, and there's just tons and tons of room, and we haven't even used the front of the backpack here. Not only that, but you do have one side pocket right here on the side, and then on the other side of the backpack we can unzip this here, and you have a laptop pouch. Now, I've traveled literally all over the world with this backpack and been on many planes and car trips and everything, and I've never had issues with the backpack kind of crushing my laptop or anything. Yeah, it's been very reliable, and I've never had to worry about my laptop being in my backpack, even though I'm like sitting up against things and, you know, tossing my backpack around and everything. I've never had to worry about anything breaking in this because it's very padded. Now that I have the backpack on here as well, I want to show you why it's called the Fast Pack. But you're gonna take these 2 clips, the waist clips, and you're gonna just clip them together, and then you're going to pull the straps in a bit. And now what you can actually do is, let's say you are hiking, you're doing a travel video, you're hiking with by yourself, with friends, and you want to take your camera out of your bag because you don't want to be walking around with your camera strapped to your neck if you're doing any hiking, or maybe you can't set your backpack down because it's super muddy or rainy outside. So what you can actually do is take the backpack off, swing it around, and because it's attached to your back right here, you can just lean the backpack forward and it's not going to fall off. So you can be hands-free now. You can grab it from here, and you can grab anything you want from this top pouch right here. So I just think that's the coolest thing. I honestly just found out about this kind of feature maybe like a month or so ago, and yeah, super clutch. And then you can literally just swing it back around, swing it on here, and take this off, and you're good to go. You can strap this strap right here as well. Just helps your posture and secure your back when you are walking around with a bunch of heavy camera equipment in this backpack. What else do I want to mention about this?
I don't know, just the fact that you look like a boss when you're wearing it, because it's such a cool backpack.
You could say it's like a boomer pack for boomers.
Or you could say, like, you know, when you're pulling out your Nikon D580, you know, you can look extra cool.
And you can also see, hey mom, look, no hands.
Oh my god. Alright guys, so next up we have SmallRig metal cages for cameras. So these range from around like $100 to $150 area. They might go a little over, so I apologize for that, but I had to add it to the list just because it's just been something that I've purchased for all of my DSLR cameras, whether that's the GH5 or the Lumix S1. I always have purchased a SmallRig cage just because they're cost effective and you can start to rig them out, because I take a lot of handheld shots. Maybe you don't own a gimbal yet and you just want to stick to handheld shots before purchasing a gimbal. A SmallRig cage is actually a really good place to start because you can start to rig it out. So you can add a top handle to it, which is like maybe $15 or $20 for that. It's just a metal top handle that screws right onto here and onto any SmallRig cage. I'm pretty sure they're universal. And then you can get the little SmallRig adapter here, so you can screw it into the cage really wherever there's holes, mounting holes everywhere. And then you can put a monitor on your SmallRig cage, and now you have a monitor on your camera, a field monitor. You can get the SmallRig wooden handles or regular handles, so you can get a better grip on your cage. And then there's a slot right on the top of all these SmallRig cages, so you can put or mount a shotgun mic or any type of microphone onto the top of your cage. Not only can you rig this thing out for handheld shots, but this also, most importantly in my opinion, it adds weight to your camera. Whether you have in-body image stabilization or not, adding weight to your camera is going to increase the stability of your shots. So adding all this extra weight, I mean, once you get a camera body on here, maybe a lens adapter and a, let's say an 18-35 Sigma lens, you know, a GH5 even is pretty weighed down with all of this stuff. I'm gonna get really smooth handheld shots with everything rigged out. So the next piece of filmmaking gear that we have is the Delkin triple suction cup mount. So I will say right off the bat, I don't highly recommend you guys using the suction cup mounts just in case you install it improperly on a moving car or moving object and your camera falls off of the moving car, moving object, whatever it may be. So yeah, what I'm trying to get at is you guys use this at your own risk. I mean, I've personally used the suction cup mount plenty of times over the past 3 years that I've owned this thing, and I've never had a camera falling off. And I've used it with a Lumix GH5 with a Metabone speed booster and Sigma 18-35mm, as well as the same setup but with a Lumix S1. Those are very heavy camera bodies at the end of the day, especially with the Sigma lens, and I've never had issues with these. I forget what max payload these can take, but it is relatively high considering that it holds my S1 with an adapter and a Sigma 18-35. So yeah, that's kind of why I want to put it on here, and for the price point of $106, it is totally worth it for a suction cup mount. I think that you know, it's affordable, it's to me been reliable, and it's very easy to use, and it's small, easy to transport. So yeah, totally recommend these. Just use them at your own risk. Yeah, Delkin triple suction cup mount. These things are great. All right, guys, so that's it for 7 pieces of filmmaking equipment or gear, things that will up your video game for under $150. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite piece of filmmaking gear is that is under $150, or if you guys would consider purchasing one of these 7 pieces of filmmaking gear under $150. So if you guys are looking at purchasing any of these filmmaking products, check the link in the description. I'll leave all the links in there as well as in the comment section of this video, so it's easy to find, and I will leave all links to reputable sites where you can purchase all of these pieces of filmmaking gear. So with all that being said, guys, thanks everyone for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Catch you on the next video. Peace.